Happy Friday morning. Dan Pope here with a weekly mayor's video. I hope you're having a great week. It's been a busy one at City Hall. I want to just touch on a number of quick topics today. First of all, budget, city budget. This is the time of year that we as a council, work with staff on developing, or actually they've developed and we work on making any adjustments to the budget with the idea that we'll approve it in early September. So you may have watched our budget hearings from last week. If you haven't, they're available online. We met Monday through Thursday of last week in budget hearings, and some really, I think, good news in the budget. A couple things that are worth pointing out. First of all, there will not be a tax rate increase. I mean, we've not adopted anything, but that's not proposed. Certainly there's growth in revenue based upon the growth we have as a community and appraisal growth. I will recognize that. We'll reinvest that growth into trying to take care of what we already have and keeping up with the growth. And let me give you some examples. There'll be 10 new police officers that will be funded, and additional positions will be funded in the budget. We'll fund some much needed positions in our development services area. In other words, the guys that do building inspection, that do plan review, that help us keep up with the growth. We will be able to fund a couple positions in codes. One of the things that we've talked about is our neighborhoods and how we try to make sure that we're supporting our neighborhoods, particularly our older neighborhoods, and when people are not taking care of their property, that we're there to work with them to get it up to standard. So from a people standpoint, those would be the big items. You probably also saw an article in the paper about some capital for parks. A lot of that is capital that's been deferred for a number of years. It's some projects that we'll do across the town in our parks, including what I hope will be a couple dog parks that we'll be able to fund in the budget. And be the first time in several years that Parks and Rec has got any of that kind of money, and I think it's something that council is supportive of. It's a quality of life issue. Certainly it's not on the top of the heap, but it's very important to us. Street maintenance is in there too, and it's a cash funding of street maintenance, which I think is something that we've talked about. Finally, there's enough money for us to do a couple street projects, and we've had some spirited discussion about where they are and how maybe some developers participate in that, but we're working down that road too. So the budget is it's a very important part of what we do as a council. In fact, you could argue maybe it's the most important thing that we do every year. You might want to check into more detail, and I'll be talking more about it as we go along in the next month or so. I've also had this week a number of calls about LP&L. I know we talked a lot about it last week during our video. Just to summarize, in some cases, the citizens that have called the council office, we've been able to help them out. Remember that your LP&L bill has a lot of other things on it too, including water. We had a situation this week where we had a water meter that was read incorrectly. We were able to solve that problem. We had a similar kind of electric meter reading problem. We've been able to help a number of citizens that had high bills that they weren't ready for, remind them that they could work with LP&L to put together a payment plan for that. LP&L is far from perfect, but I believe that they're working hard at delivering great service, affordable electricity. Our electricity is on par, on average, with what residents around the state pay. LP&L is going to get better. That's my goal. It's my job, is to make sure that we continue to raise the bar, that they behave not like a monopoly, but like someone who's competing for all of our business every day. I think the final thing that I would offer this week is pay attention closely to our next couple council meetings. We've got a lot on our plate. We will touch next. We'll touch next Thursday again on police facilities. You saw that we've adopted a plan. Now we need to figure out the timing and how we pay for it, and we'll be working on that on our meeting on the 10th, on Thursday the 10th. We'll also probably have some budget discussions at that meeting. So just a final thing this week, I had a citizen stop me and tell me how much In fact, I've had a couple. We've had a lot of rain, and that means our alleys, a lot of our alleys get rutted, and we've got a lot of alleys that aren't paved. And I'm just thankful for the way our folks have responded. If you'll let us know you've got a problem, I think we're good. My experience is that we are going to respond. And I had a citizen call me and say, "Wow, y'all! Not only did you respond, you responded so much quicker than I thought you could." And often we need to know. We don't have people just driving down alleys looking for problems. So if you got a problem, let us know. We're here to serve you. Okay. I appreciate your thoughts and your prayers and your ideas. There's been a lot of flack in the last few weeks, and people have asked me if I'm still enjoying being mayor, and I dig it. I like every bit of it. I knew what I was getting into. I got thick skin, and there's so many great things going on in our community that I can deal with a few negatives. It's there's going to be a bad apple in every bunch, and it goes along with the territory. So God bless you. God bless Lubbock, Texas. Have a great week.